Um, do any of you have a ritual when you get to your desk, like you like to position things a certain way before you start working, or do you tend to have like messy desks? How many of you have a messy? In fact, let's start a poll off. Hey, Maddie, Maddie, I know you sent an email. I need to look at that. This morning's been very busy with me doing bits and pieces and then getting my hair cut. Then I had to go to my son's school because they had like a museum play. Hey, Tara Kangas, I'm going to start a bit of a poll here, okay? We're going to start a poll. I'm going to say, is your desk, so before you start working, is your desk ... let's see what we got. Tidy stroke organized. So is your desk tidy stroke organized, or is it messy, messy overflowing? There we go. There we go. Let's put two options out there. What are you, hey? Do you have a messy desk, or normally just before you start working, do you like things to be very like prim and proper? I like things to be prim and proper because I don't like visual distraction when I'm working. Hey, Peter, how are you doing? And how are things, by the way, Peter, over in your home? How are things? Sergio, how are you? Messy desk, and he has a ritual as well. Hello, Bobby, how are you doing? So the new super course actually went live today. So if you have purchased the super course, you would have all have started receiving emails telling you that access is now open. So you can go in now and start playing with it. Hey, Imran, how you doing? I hope you like the videos we put out again today. Today's video I put out, which I quite like. And if you haven't looked at it, I do recommend you do go and have a look at it. It was basically this video here. Let me just open it. There we go. So it's basically this video. That's the wrong one. I think I deleted it. Yeah, I deleted it. So I put out a video today, which was how can you be a bit different with your single product design, where you could have like a video and you could have a carousel as well, and change the layout a little bit. So I hope you like that. Hey, Hardik, how are you doing? Hey, Chillster, good to have you here. Mr. Tropical Island from your holiday. Of course you do, Peter. Hey, Richard, how are you doing? You're a prim and proper. I don't think you are, Richard. I don't know. I get this vibe that you're not prim and proper. I don't know why. Sean's used to be a mess, but now it's quite clear. Good to hear that. Hey, Eujan, how are you doing? Harbour Dog from Newfoundland. Great to have you here. So at the moment, it's quite even split. You know, 45% are messy, 50-50 now. Ooh, you know, the balance of power has shifted a little bit. So like I was saying, the super course is now open. We picked up a new client 2 days ago. It's not a major bit of work. It's about 3 or 4 hours worth of work. And it's where they want some inspection of their SEO because things are not right. They were a bit late on paying their deposit. If they had paid their deposit earlier... Yeah, thank you, Maddie. I've just turned the lights down, Maddie. I've just turned the lights down. So by turning off that light, so this is the blue light that normally goes on like that. And then you get the blue light come on, or the purple light, or whatever colour I decide to go for. Whoops, there we go. Whatever colour. Let me get the colours right. There we go. Whatever colour I go for. However, I think when we do the live chat, this feels more easygoing, doesn't it? So it's quite nice. Yeah, thank you, Mia. I mean, it's one of those ones where they found us and then they want us to help them out with some SEO side of things. Whenever you get anybody contact you and they say, can you help us with SEO, page speed performance, anything like that, when I email them back going, yeah, here's the rough cost, I also say to them there's no guarantee, because I'm assuming that there's no legacy code or plugin or methodology in the build that hinders what we need to do. You really have to make that clear, okay? Even after like you assess someone's website and you're like, oh yeah, page speed insight says the fonts, the images aren't WebP, blah, 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 blah. Never ever say to someone, yeah, we're going to get your score up, because you can never guarantee that. I remember we had a client, and no matter what I did, I could not get their website higher than 20% because it had so much gunk in the back with plugins and stuff being loaded and code here and there. It was horrendous. So never ever do that. Even when, hey Dipanshu, hey Carl, how you doing? That's the trouble, Richard. It's that pizza thing is stuck in my head. I'm really sorry about that. We do have a bit of a messy audience, don't we? So back to what I was saying. Even when someone says to you, hey, I've got rank math, but my Google search rankings, it's not working. Do not promise that you will definitely get it. When you're building a brand new website, you're in control. You know what you're doing. So you should be able to get the rank math, the keywords, the indexing, the sitemap submission, all of that. You should be flying high. Would you agree with me on that? But when you take on a legacy website, don't assume it will be easy, because it might be a server issue out of your hands. It might be a verification issue with the Google account out of your hands. So you can only do so much. And that is the warning I really want to give everyone, okay? It's really easy to say, yeah, we'll do your page speed, we'll do your SEO, If you're redoing a website, of course you can make promises over what you think you're going to deliver or plan to deliver, because you're doing it. But when someone has a score of 10% on page speed, even when it is so blatantly obvious why, please don't forget to hit like, we've only got 9 likes. Even when it is blatantly obvious, do not say, yeah, we're going to get you. What you want to say is we are going to boost your score and do everything we can, as long as there isn't anything in the legacy build, plugin or coding that hinders progress. All right? And you keep a record of what you've done as well. You show, look, we custom loaded your fonts. I redid your images, WebP. I went and installed a couple of plugins. I even went through the settings. Because sometimes, no matter what you do, you're going to hit a point where you struggle. And if you're not able to purge the server, like the client we've got today, or I'm working on today later on this evening, they can't access their server. So we're slightly up against it. Because I can tell you now, if you're with SiteGround, you have to purge the server before you do a page speed insight check. Hey, Nadia. Because if you don't purge the server, when you run it, it will still be looking at an old picture, even though you've redone the website, updated it, purged the site, regenerated the CSS. You still need to purge the server. And I worked with, do you remember that consultancy company we worked with about 2 months ago now? No matter what we did, we needed them to purge the server, and they were never available to do it. And it was like, I'm going on guesswork here now. I'm going on guesses. Dipanshu, then what do you commit to the client? Well, the thing is, Dipanshu, right, yeah, let me give you an idea, right? Okay, I'm going to answer this, right? Let's just say all of you decided to hire a fitness trainer to make you fit. Let's say you hired someone to help you do weight training, to run more. You're going to pay them. They're going to say, right, 10 weeks. You're going to take 10 weeks and you're going to lose 2 stone. And you're going to pay them every week. Yes, Nadia, I'll do that in a moment. Hang on, Nadia, I'll do that. So for 10 weeks, you're going to pay them every week. Now, whether you lose weight or not is down on you. Now, you might end up putting on weight. If after 10 weeks you end up putting on weight, you still have to pay the personal trainer. And this is what I'm trying to get you to understand. You don't say to someone, yeah, we're going to get your score from 10% to 100. And what if you don't? What if you don't? If you can evidence that you did everything you could and you did try lots of different things and you made clear to them at the start how you're approaching it, sometimes what they give you can hinder you, right? So think about it. You pay a fitness trainer for 10 weeks to lose weight. That does not mean you are definitely going to lose weight in 10 weeks. Do you understand? You could still put on weight. You could still mess up. That is what you understand. Now back to Nadia. On SiteGround, when you log in and you go to websites and you go to the website and you go to Site Tool, you then have an option for speed. Inside the speed, you have the caching. Inside the caching, you have the dynamic cache and the mem cache. You need to purge them before you do a page speed insight check. Otherwise, it might still be picking up the old picture. Right, LMM Warehouse. Good afternoon to you too. WooCommerce shows a product as sold out. Okay, LMM Warehouse. Let me tell in LMM Warehouse. Let me show you what the problem is. Wait a minute. What that means to me, LMM Warehouse, right? What that means to me is that someone somewhere has added it to their cart, but they haven't bothered checking out, right? So this is what you need to do. LMM Warehouse, someone has added it to their cart and they've never checked out, right? So this is what you need to do, LMM, MMLMMM. This is what you need to do, okay? Right, let me just get myself on camera. Right, here's what you need to do. Can you see the screen, LMM? I'm only going to do this once. You need to go to WooCommerce. You need to go to status. Okay? You go to WooCommerce, you go to status. You go to tools. You then scroll down until you get to clear customer sessions. Do you see that one there? Clear customer sessions. You hit that and you clear it. You clear your customer sessions. Does that make sense? You clear it. Now, go and have a look. And I bet the problem won't be there now. What it means is someone's added it to the cart and they haven't checked out. That's what it means. Try that. Exactly, Dipanshu. What you say is you're going to try and help them to fix the issue. You can't say you're going to fix it, because that's neither here or there. You're going to say you're going to try to fix it. Galadino, when I update my WordPress, it takes effect only on the desktop but not the mobile. Have you purged the server cache? Who's your host provider, Galadino? Who is your host provider, Galadino? Who is it? Who is it? Who's your provider? Sergio, what is your approach when the client doesn't have... Oh, well, Sergio, I make clear. So whenever I take on a job with a client, I say to them, this is a 6-day project. We're going to start on Monday and we're going to finish on Saturday, maybe Sunday. I make clear, right? And if there is a delay that extends this for no reasonable reason, then there'll be additional cost. That is why you take the 50% cost, okay? And if things start to drag on, then I might say, look, I now need another 20% payment because the project is dragging on. And we had set aside time to do this. So you got to make it clear in your contract and you specify start date, end date. Start date, end date. Okay? So if I know this website's going to take me 5 days, I might say the project is 7. So I have a bit of buffer time. I tell them the day we start, the day we end. Take care, Peter. Mia, question. Does someone have a great tip about saving the chat history? Mia, if you use it in Chrome, it does normally save it. Now, if you're using AIPRM, Mia, I think you need to then... You need to use the premium version, I think. But normally in Chrome, it does kind of keep it. Please don't forget to it like. We're not doing too well on the like. We're never doing really well on the likes for the YouTube lives. The number of likes we get is shockingly poor. So you got to smash the like button, okay? Matteo, how can we put our e-commerce offline while building it? Well, what you would do, is you could do something like this. So, I mean, why do you need to make it offline, though? Can you tell me why you need to make it offline first? Is it because you don't want it to be indexed, or you don't want the client to see it? So why do you want to make it offline? Yeah, so Sergio, what you now have to do, Sergio, is you now have to tell them, well, basically, Sergio, you have to draw a line. You have to draw a line now and say, right, we can't continue this project. I've got other stuff on. We're past the deadline date. We're past it. I can't do any more for you. Here's your website. There's no more I can do for you. You have to close it off and move on. You move on. Okay? So Galadino's provider is Host Africa. They said it's beyond their scope. Right, really? Well, Galadino, have you asked them to purge the server? Have you asked Host Africa to purge the server? That's what you need to do. I can't do anything for you. You have to tell them to purge the server. Right? Right. To be honest, Mia, if you're going to save it to Google Docs, and this is the worst way to do it, as far as I know, you have to copy and paste. Sometimes I have done that. I've copy and pasted into my notes, so I've got it always available whenever I want it. But if you want to do it, you're going to have to copy and paste it. Yeah, but again, Matteo, I would say, if you want it to be offline, okay, Again, though, you're not answering the question. Why are you worried about offline? Is it because you don't want it to be indexed by search engines? Or is it because you don't want anyone to see it? Is it because you don't want search engines to index? Or is it because you don't want you or the client to see it? Which one is it? I mean, the other option is you go and build using local WP. So I'm going to advise you to go and use local WP. Go and use local WP. That way it's completely built on your hard drive. Build it on local WP. You can do that for free. Dipanshu. I do not... Okay, right. So the question Dipanshu's got there, okay? And a bit like what Sergio was saying as well. Client hasn't got the content ready. Let me tell you now. Okay, let me tell you now. I've got 3 clients who are ready to work with me. Guess how much money I've taken off them? Guess how much deposit I've taken off them? All 3, right, want to work with me. We have an agreement in principle. How much money do you think I've taken off them? 3 new clients. How much? How many? How many? How many? How many have I taken? How many have I got? Don't forget to hit like, everybody. How much have I taken off 3 clients? And I agreed to work with them beginning of March. How much? I'll tell you how much. 0. Do you know why? Do you know why? I've told them that they need to get their content ready. Yes, there is a delay because it's going through your OBS to YouTube. So I have taken 0% off them. 0. Okay? 0%. I did a video, Imran, a while ago, about 2 months ago, I think it was. Sorry, Richard. It shouldn't be more than 30 seconds. Ornalid. I want everybody, big shout out to Ornalid who gave us the CSS code to do the swap of the checkout. And I mentioned you in the video, Ornalid. I mentioned you in the video. Right, let me just get back onto the thing, right, about content, okay, and we'll get it up, right, content, right. And then I'll come on to your question, Matteo, okay. I have not taken any money off my clients, okay, until they have got their content fully ready, right? They can go away and use someone else. I don't care. or they can use me. I do not take a 50% deposit until they have all of their content ready. All the images, all the wording. If it's a shop, we need to have products. We need to know what it's going to look like. What are your categories? Because then I take the deposit. No, then we agree a start date. Then I take the deposit. The 2 days before we start, we work, we finish. There's no delay. There is no delay. Does that make sense? Because the minute you take a deposit, I'm obliged to work for them now. Does that make sense? And I'm assuming the content will be ready on time, and then it's not, and then the job drags on and on and on and on and on. That ain't good. That's rubbish. I've had clients leave me before they paid, but I don't care. But we've got 3 new ones, okay? They'll be starting in April because they need to just time to get their content ready. Once it's ready, we hit the ball and we get on with it. And that's how you want to do it. Right, question from Matteo. Here's the thing, Matteo, right? Are you using Elementor Pro? Are you using Elementor Pro? Matteo. Because if you're using Elementor Pro, you don't need Astra Pro. You don't even need Ocean W. I strongly recommend you stay away from Ocean WP Pro. Like, I'm telling you, stay away from it. You got Elementor Pro and WooCommerce. And if you watch some of the videos I've put out this week on WooCommerce cart checkout and stuff as well, and single product styling, why do you need Astra Pro and WP Pro? You don't need it. What you will need is a filter, whatever. And, you know, there's lots of different ones you can use, but why would you need Astra and or Ocean WP Pro if you got Elementor Pro? So you've got Elementor Pro. There you go. Hello, Elementor Pro, WooCommerce, and SEO, and away you go, and you'll be fine. All right, and you'll be absolutely fine. Harish, how are you doing? I do use the default screen breakpoints. I rarely customize. The reason I rarely customize is because if you use clamp for your margin and your padding, sometimes the breakpoint becomes a little bit, not completely, but a little bit irrelevant. Because you have between mobile to tablet, and then you have between tablet to desktop, then you have big desktops, right? The clamp facility is really, really good for that. Matteo, I had problems modifying the product page. What problems did you have modifying the product page? What problem? Did you try loop grid? Did you try... what was your problem? What was the problem? You got to tell us what the problem is. You can't say, I had problems. What? With the filter? With the layout? With the styling? Querying? Categories? What was it? What was it? Yeah, absolutely, Video Boy. No, absolute Video. I did that really late last night, and now I've had people mention to me, right, that the progress bar should be somewhere else. I'll be moving that. In all honesty, that progress bar is a tiny aspect of the page, so it's like, it's not a showstopper. It's not a showstopper. Yeah, and like Michael says, WordPress 6.2 is going to have flex scaling for fonts. I'm not sure how that will integrate with Elementor or anything like that. But, you know, it's just another bit of WordPress playing a bit of catch-up and actually doing something good. So Matteo says the photo didn't want to place it in the right place. What do you mean? What do you mean? The photo. Are you talking about the single product or the products page? Are you talking about the shop page or the single product? Can you clarify that? Single product or the shop page. Gabrielle, how do you solve the problem with Elementor regenerate CSS? You go to Elementor, you go to WordPress Elementor tools, and you regenerate. There's nothing really much more you can do than that, really. You just have to go in and regenerate it. I know it's a pain. I get that. I really do respect and know. Yeah, and by the way, Ornelid, thanks for understanding. I slightly did modify that code because in a way, I slightly modified it, but it is technically your code, all right? Just for it to work the way it did. But it works brilliantly, what you did, Ornelid, all right? So hats off to you, right? You know, really like, doosh. Hey, take care, Richard. Go and enjoy that pizza. Hope you enjoy your shower and whatever else you need to do. Wash your clothes. Go enjoy yourself. I don't use Cloudflare. I only use Cloudflare when my clients have it. I don't really use it. So back to Matteo. Yeah, right. So Matteo is saying it's a single product. Okay, Matteo, right? Have you seen this, Matteo? Have you seen this? Have you seen this page that I pulled together? Look at this. Look at this. Look. Right. Look, we got a video as well. Whoops, I hope it went and expanded the screen then. Right? This is, right, let me show you, okay. Let's just go back over here. Let me show you. This is a test website, by the way, so please don't, let me just adjust. I've got to rearrange my seat now. Please don't rip me apart for how rubbish this website is. This is a test website I got, okay. This is your single product, okay, right? Okay, where are we? Here we go. This is your single product page, all right? What we got here? Look, I've got an image. This is an image. I can pop the image in over here. I can pop it where I want, okay? I can change the size of it. How wide is it going to be? How tall is it going to be, right? I can do what I want with it. Let me just undo that, put it back to where it was. But let me just refresh that page. You can do what you want with the image. You can do what you want, right? You can make it as wide and small and rounded, and you can do what you want. So when you say you're having a problem, I'm intrigued to know more about what do you mean by the problem in terms of placement? What do you mean by you couldn't place it in the right place? Because you can use custom width, you can use absolute positioning, you can do whatever you want. Matteo, what you need to do, Matteo, is you need to go over here then, right? You need to go here. Let me show you where you need to go, right? Hold up. Let me show you where you need to go. You go here, you explain your problem better with some images. Don't know. That's the thing though, Tizu. We are assuming, we don't know what the issue is, but you need to go over here, Matteo. Go over to this group, all right? The Facebook group. Go and join that group. Make sure you're in there, and you will get some support if you can slightly better clarify what the problem is. Because if you can't explain it in words, we're a little bit stuck, aren't we? And this is why I don't use Astra Pro. Hey Ritesh, this is why I don't use Ocean WP Pro either. I like to have full-on power control over what we're presenting rather than be restricted by the theme. No, we don't have. I'm not bothering with the Discord server. The Facebook group is enough, and I've got enough notifications and stuff coming in. I don't want to have to start administrating another group, and it starts to get messy, let me tell you. Well, it's a YouTube video. It's a YouTube video. I'm not compressing it. You don't compress YouTube videos, otherwise the quality is massively affected. Eddie, how are you doing? No, you didn't, Eddie. I sent it over. By the way, Eddie, if you've already gone in, I need to mess around with the progress tracker at the top. I added that last night, but I need to adjust its position, so ignore that. But I didn't do any massive announcement. I mean, to be honest, Eddie, I haven't even really gone full scale on it. But if you get the new course, which I've just posted here, and the coupon code for the course, right? The coupon code is Uranus, and that is still valid to get an extra £25 off if you go for it. If you buy the course, you can access it now. Literally now. 4 weeks ahead of schedule. So you can go in and see stuff. Good stuff. Excellent stuff. You can go in and see all of that now. And I hope you enjoy it. And I hope it helps you to think about your business in a slightly different way, in a more precise way, how you're going to grow and scale, especially if you're kind of not charging a higher rate, or you are feeling a little bit anxious about, do I really want to be strict on my deadlines? Do I really want to charge for discovery calls? What's in it for me? I might lose more people, but it is very much about mindset as well. And there's no psychology in there, right? I'm not going to go, oh, you've got to be happy. No, I'm trying to get you to understand that, look, if you don't do this, this is where you end up. If you want to go to the next level, you've got to be a bit harsh, right? I am very caring towards my customers, but at the same time, I am very harsh and strict when they scope creep, when they miss deadlines, when they don't provide content, if they talk to me in a funny way or they make me feel like I owe them. You've got to be strict and stay in control, because just because they're paying you does not mean they or anyone gets to walk all over you, all right? Yes, we want the income. Yes, we want the testimonial. Yes, we want the word of mouth referral. But if you let a bad client treat you like shit, and you let them do it, and they give you a review, and then they refer someone to you, don't you think the person they referred is also going to treat you like scum as well? Because, you know, it happens. I know it's not accurate what I've said, but it happens. Do you really want them to be referring to you? And you might lose a job, you might lose money, but you are going to be happier. You are going to feel more valued. I would rather have, say, one website job a month with a really good client who gets me, I get them, and everything is really good relationship, instead of a new client every week who treats me like scum. I don't care what you're paying. You don't get to walk over my integrity and make me feel bad. And there are elements of the course which do dive into that, especially with scope creep and how you get things back onto track. Wow, Eddie. Bobby. So Bobby, when you don't use Hello Child, so what do you use then? Do you use like 2023 and stuff like that? So Bobby doesn't use Hello. He uses Code Snippets Pro. Code Snippets is amazing. But Bobby, if you're not using Hello, what do you tend to go for then? Stucky Droll, how can I teach myself how to alter a theme or create my own WordPress PHP plugin? Have you Googled it, Stucky? Have you asked ChatGPT? This is going to sound like a really fobbing answer, okay? I'm fobbing you off, but have you gone to Google or have you asked ChatGPT? What's the best way for you to approach to alter a theme? What's the best way for you to create your own WordPress PHP plugin? Have you asked ChatGPT or Bing AI or whatever you want to use? Have you done that? Please don't forget to hit like. We are not doing well on the likes. I'm telling you now, if we were getting 50% likes as per how many people are viewing, YouTube would be bouncing us around a lot more on their based on their algorithm, and we're just not hitting it at all. Yeah, I mean, I don't do... Oh, sorry, you meant the child theme. Right, got ya, yeah. I don't use child themes either, Bobby. I completely agree with you. I don't really do child. I tend to go with code snippets as well. I feel safer when I do it. I don't like to get dirty with theme files. You know, my head gets messed up. So Gabrielle, Elementor Pro, yep, auto optimize, asset cleanup. I don't use WebP Express. I use bulk resize photos.com. It's a website. It trust me, right, it is better than WebP Express. Matteo, do you recommend buying WP Rocket? Matteo, have you seen our video on Page Speed 2023? Have you seen my video on Page Speed 2023? I don't think Rocket is for free. Rocket is premium. Rocket don't have a free version unless I'm mistaken. So I would recommend you go and watch the Page Speed 2023 video that we put out, because I think that's going to give you loads more stuff you can do for free, which is so much more better. Is Astra a bad bulky theme? Again, why? Well, you tell me, Stucky, why are you using Astra? Tell me why you're using Astra. Do you have Elementor Pro, and why are you using Astra? No, Eddie. Since we went live, we've got 112 people have viewed the live chat. 112. So right now there's 35. That 31 or 32 like is actually based on since we started, not right now. So we've got 112. We're about 25. We're just over 25% likes as per how many views there are since we went live. What you're seeing is how many are watching now. So what's the issue, Harish? I'm not sure about what your issue is, because you're saying you need a solution. Right, so Sergio says, what do you use? Yeah, then I use WebP. Oh, what is it? I think I've used EWW Optimizer a few times. But sometimes I explain to the client it's better off to do it manually sometimes, because even when you use a plugin, they're not very accurate. I have nothing against Astra or Ocean WP or Ray or Jupiter. All of these, I have nothing against them. What I fail to understand is, what are they giving you that is better than you just using Hello and building it yourself? Yeah, EWW is good. Oh, WebP Converter for media. I found that didn't work very well sometimes. Right? Yeah, but Stucky, again, what do you need from Astra that you couldn't build yourself and have more control over how it looks? Because I know you say it's customizable, but you're customizable to a point, right? So I have nothing against a lot of these themes. The difference comes with what kind of designer are you? So do you like to have everything there and then you modify? Or do you like to build from scratch? I like to build from scratch. Unless it's a directory theme, then I use the My Listing theme. So it kind of depends on what are you trying to achieve. Do you like to just have quick and easy websites? Or do you like to build as per what the client wants? So it depends on what the client wants, right? Because what if your client wants something that now you have to go and build from scratch? Harish, what do you mean it happens? I'm not sure what you're meaning, because I can't... I'm a bit confused, Harish, because what you're saying is right, is... can I suggest a solution? But you haven't told me what the issue is. And then you've said, this only happens when the code snippet plugin is activated. So I don't know what you're referring to. I don't know what you're referring to. In that case, MLM, I'm not sure. I mean, you got to regenerate your CSS. Have you purged the server cache, though? Right? Have you purged the server cache? You got to do all of that as well. You know, you got to do that as well. So Tiny PNG, I think it is. I find the bulkresizePhotos.com is better, Mike. I've tested them and I have found the bulkresizePhotos.com is better. And you can do like 100 images in one go. Most of them say you got to do them in batches of 20, which is a pain. Bergschwerk, question about responsive. Did anyone find a way to prevent responsive hidden elements from loading? Look, if it's part of the page code and you've set it to be hidden, that is about the best you can do. Unless you want to go and find a code snippet where it only loads it on a mobile. But I really do think you're adding in elements of human error eventually. Hey Gene, how are you doing? So Harish, I'm not sure what your problem is. So Maddie has a problem. For some reason, the fonts on the site are not working. When I change fonts, they don't Now, is that because when you say your font doesn't change on the page, have you changed it in your global fonts? Have you made sure that you've also checked it's not set in your typography for your global? Have you also checked you haven't got any custom CSS that overrides a lot of stuff as well with the font family as well? So what you need to check is the global font and then the global typography. You shouldn't be setting it there anyway, but you need to check it. So you got to check those out. So yeah, look, I got nothing against templates or themes, but it's very easy to use them. And then when your client wants something different, you're literally undoing or trying to undo what the template gives you. And it was probably quicker to build from scratch. And then I could say to you, but how long are you generally spending on the website anyway? So if you're on a 5-page website for 1 week, I could argue that you are better off building from scratch. Number 2, you're assuming the template and the theme has been built to be mobile responsive and page speed optimized. You're assuming that. And if your entire website has been built with copy pasting and using their templates, and it's not properly mobile optimized, and it wasn't built in a very optimized way, like there's inner sections here and there, you've actually now created more work for yourself if you're bothered about undoing and modifying that. Yeah, Maddie, you might want to double check then, right, your typography, global typography, and just check you haven't got any CSS code anywhere. Galadino, beginner in WordPress, the first theme that I came across was Astra. You managed to build an e-commerce store. Do you think it was a bad decision? Well, look, here's what you need to do, okay? Here's what you need to do, Galadino. Have you got the time or the patience to create another fake website and get to grips with the Elementor Pro templates and building things out and building out your own filter system? Have you got the time and patience to learn that? If you have, go for hello. If you haven't, stick to Astra. But it all depends on, like when you say Astra, right? Are you paying for Astra Pro? So I mean, the Astra is very basic in WooCommerce, even for the filters. So what's the benefit? What is the major benefit? Okay, cheers for letting me know, Shaveen. I'll go and give you access to that. Thanks for letting me know. Often I double check it after the live chat, but because you've now told me that you've requested access, I'm going to go in and let you in. In fact, we got quite a few people. So Shaveen is in, Mike is in, Matteo is in, Alan is in, and Gabrielle, you are all in. You're all in, okay? You're all in. Thank you for letting me know. What was the question? Yeah, so Galadino, have you got a filter system? You might not need a filter system, so we can forget that question. What was the major benefit? And often what you find, though, is you get Astra, you then use the storefront or the Stormwind plug template or whichever one it is. Everything looks the same. I saw someone's website where literally they hadn't even changed the Stormwind, or was it storefront, the hero banner. They had different products, but they still had the same storefront hero banner. They changed the wording, but it was the same image. And you kind of go, what is the point of that? You okay, Raheem? Do you want to come over here and tell us, have you finished? So tell us, have you finished your dinner?
Yes.
Hold on, wait a minute. Pick your stick up, come over here. Sit down, Buster. Have you finished your dinner?
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a very confident yeah, does it? All of it. Like all of it. And what have you eaten since then? Nothing.
How many people are online?
There's 35 people watching right now. Have you had nothing else since you've had your dinner?
Nothing else.
Nothing. You know there's an orange Kit Kat for you.
Yeah, I just said it.
So you have had... Did you hear that? I said, you've had your dinner and you've had nothing else. He went, yep, nothing else. You ate the orange Kit Kat. Okay. Well done. All right. You can go now. You can go. You can fly out the room now. Why don't you go and do some reading? Go and do some reading. Go on. I know you did. Why don't you go do some reading? Go and do some reading. Go on. All right, we'll do it after the live chat, okay? We've got it. You're going to read one chapter after the live chat. Okay, you do that. Okay, everyone, right. So back to Galadino, okay. Cheers, Mia. Galadino, back to what we were saying to you about your Astro. What are you using Astro for? What are you using it for? What was the benefit of it to you, other than getting a quick website out? Okay, Arish, I followed the steps from the video. I received the following message. Unable to resolve. Try checking the URL for validity. Well, that's probably, I mean, that's down, that's due to your, I mean, I can't comment on that. That's going to be down to your hosting or something. I mean, I can tell you now, right? I can tell you now, that is probably going to be, have you put in the right URL? Have you put in HTTPS? Have you popped in, has there been a change in your DNS? Does your website have a security plugin? Is it a firewall issue? You know, is it that your host provider is blocking page speed insights? That is nothing to do with my tips. That's to do with your host or the URL you're putting in. Why don't you, Harish, email me right now with the URL you're popping in? Where's my email? There it is. Ding, 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 ding. Why don't you email me with your URL and we'll look at it right now. We'll do a page speed insight check. Come on, dude. All right. I don't have all day, Harish, you know. I have food to eat and drink to drink. So come on, look. Here's the page. We're waiting for you, Harish. Email me. Where's the URL? We need the URL, mate. Okay.
What will he email you?
The web address.
Web address. What,
Yeah.
we'll pop them on
Come here. Smell that. Come here. Come here. Come here. Smell the sticker. Smell the sticker.
What do you mean? Nothing to it.
Okay, Maddie. Can you email me? Okay. I've got a lot on at the moment, Maddie, but I will try and look at it. Okay. Can you email me with where did you add the new font? Where did you... taking one of my protein bars. Where did you add the font? How did you add it? Is it just to some text, so it's not the font family? What did you do? Okay, so I can understand the problem, okay? What was it before, and what have you done? And I'll have a quick look for you, okay? I had a quick look for you. So Harish gets this problem when the code snippet plugin is activated. Harish, which code snippet? Oh, so when the entire code snippet is on. Who's your host provider, Harish? Hey, take care, Gabrielle. Does Elemental Forms have conditional logic? No, but we put out a video boy. If you go to our YouTube channel and put the words conditional logic, we've got a video in there. You could use Forminator, but there's a bit of code in there that you could use for Elemental Forms, right? So there's a video there. Go and look for conditional logic and you should see it. So Harish is getting this problem with the code snippet plugin. Are you only adding the snippets I've given you? Right, into server. Never heard of them. Don't know who they are. Are you only using the snippets I've advised, or are you using in any other code snippets? So have you added in any other code snippets? Hey, do you need your chair to be down? I'm not going to do that. I'm talking to Raheem. Sorry if you're wondering who I was talking to. I'm not talking. Don't you get off your chair. You stay on your chair, people, all right? I'm talking to Raheem then about his chair.
How do you know if they're getting a
Oh, I don't know. So back to Harish, right? Have you got any other code snippets in there on top of anything I suggested? Because I've never had that problem. Loads of people have never had that problem. I don't want to say it definitely is your host provider, but you know, there's a big chance it could be. So Harish, please do email that over. By the way, Maddie, I know you're going to email over as well. I look forward to seeing that email. I'm going to try and look at it this evening. I've got a job I want to work on tonight with someone's SEO and their website, but please do send over your stuff. What's happening here? I feel like I'm losing. No, it's right. Someone sent an email, but I realised that was a mistake now. So Galadino, yeah, it works for me. Astra works for him. Is it going to limit me? Yes, it will. Yes, of course it will. How can you check your website is secure? Look, you just have to get a security plugin, okay? iTheme is fine. All-in-one is fine. No website is full-on bulletproof secure. Let me tell you now. Don't believe anything anyone says. If you're going to get hacked, you're going to get hacked. All right? So you just got to do as much as you can. You got to make sure your host provider has some security inside as well to help you out. That can be a really good thing. But yeah, what I would say, yeah, is if you're relying on Astra or other plugins, hey, Peziev, how you doing? If you're relying on plugins for your WooCommerce store, like Astra or anything like that, there will come a point when you do want to expand and you can't. WooCommerce is a plugin. We're already restricted by a lot of what we want to do, and we end up having to use third-party plugins, code snippets, think out the box, compromise. Right? We're already partially restricted. Astra adds another restriction onto it. Then you got Elemental, so you're always up against it. There you go. Raheem is sitting and he's going to do some writing. Hold on, let me just budge you up a little bit. Budge up, budge up. Question from Mia. What gives you the most frustration or struggle working with clients? Ones that don't have a clue about what they're doing. When a client expects us to formulate everything for them, they need to pay more money, right? They want a website. They want me to come up with the images and the content and the keywords. They need to pay more. more because it's more time, and then you're trying to get their approval. Oh, I don't like that keyword. Oh, that image ain't really good. So if they don't know what they want, by the way, I don't like to work with those kind of clients either, unless they're paying a lot more. And when I say a lot more, we're talking triple.
You mean like triple? Why do you have to?
We're talking about triple. They got to pay triple. They got to pay triple. Why do they got to pay triple? It's more time and effort. It's more time and effort. You're now formulating the entire website for them. They're the ones I don't like to work with. That's why I prefer it when my clients have their content, know what they want. Do they want me to help them out with images? Fine. We know where you stand. We know where I stand. We work it out. We then go, right, we got the content, deposit, start date, end date. Away we go. Away we go. Okay? I pity the fool. All right? I pity the fool that does not know their content unless they're going to pay a premium. And the client might go, forget that. I'm not paying more. And they go away. Fine. I don't care. I treat every job like, you want to work with me? We work. You don't want to toe the line with how I want to do things? Don't care. Don't care. And that means that you're never chasing bad clients. Oh my God, that client was going to pay me £2,000. I told them I want the stuff. They're not going to get me this stuff. I don't want to lose them. I don't care. You don't care. All right? Otherwise, you are chasing a bad client. And when you chase a bad client and they know that they can get away with being late. Oh, I don't know what I'm going to do. Oh, I'll get back to you next week. Oh, I'll pay you in 2 weeks' time. And you keep letting them get away with it. You are forever chasing. Never chase what you don't want to chase. I think. Does that make sense? Yeah, I mean, Mia, so what you want to do, is when I give clients a breakdown of the itemized proposal, I'm basically telling them that, hang on, what are you writing there? The mince meat, the mince,
No.
the Minecraft.
My Minecraft city plan.
Oh, the Minecraft. I thought he wrote mincemeat. It's the Minecraft city plan. No, sorry. Yeah, back to Mia. What you want to do is say, here's the cost for the SEO to boost your meta titles and meta descriptions, which are important for Google. It might be a couple of sentences. There's a separate separate line for SEO submission to ensure that you are connected to the Search Console for the Google rankings, to also submit your sitemap to ensure that Google indexes and crawls it. Otherwise, it won't happen. So what you kind of do is you have to kind of clarify to them the benefit of what you're asking them to pay for. Oh, nice one, Maddie. I'll have a look at that as well to see what you've done with the notification. Cheers, Harish. I've got your email now. I'm just going to go and check your URL. By the way, Harish, you sent... Right, so let me just check your email then. Okay, so... Right, to be honest though, right, when I'm running your page, it's just not running. It's just not running. So what you need to do, Harish, is... Okay, so Harish, here's what... Right, this is all I'm going to suggest. I'm not going to run your page through. I'm going to give you advice, okay? Deactivate all of the code snippets. Leave the plugin and deactivate all of the snippets. Does that make sense? There's probably 5 or 6 snippets there. Deactivate all of them. Now check. Then activate them one by one. Check each time you activate. Because you're assuming it's all of them. Or it could be one of them is not... I don't know why one of them's not working for you. Because I don't know what you've got built. So what you do is you leave code snippets on, but you deactivate every single snippet. And then you activate, check, activate, check, activate, check. That is what you need to do, right? When it comes to problem solving, analytics, that is how you do it. Yeah, you got it? That's what you do. That's what you do. You don't assume it's all wrong. You go, right, well, let's take it down in piecemeal. Work, 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 fail. Right, there's the problem. What do I do about that? Can I do anything about it? Right, ditch it then and carry on with the others. Do I work with Timber? Timber? No. Faisal Hayat. Is WordPress future? What do you think, Faisal? Why do you think it's not? Why do you think WordPress is not? WordPress has been around 20 years. WordPress is getting stronger. We're still using page builders. There's tons of tools. There's tons of developers. Why is it not the future? Why not? What is there? What is there that's... Well... WordPress isn't the only future, right? WordPress isn't the only future. You got Webflow, you got Wix, you got Squarespace. You find what works for you. It's like saying, is Tesla the future? Well, not really. There'll be other electric cars as well. Is vegan food the future? Not really. I quite like my meat. Are sugar-free drinks the future? I would love to think so, but people still like to drink sugary drinks. So when anyone says, the question really is, are aliens the future?
Yes.
God damn it, I'm going to love it when aliens... wouldn't you love it when we eventually get aliens?
Eventually start, going to war with aliens.
No, we're not going to go to war with aliens. The aliens might be nice.
Let me tell you how we know that aliens are real.
How do we know that aliens are real?
Why?
Come forwards a bit.
What? You know those holes on the moon?
The holes on the moon are craters. They're not aliens.
No, and they have oxygen in it. They have for aliens oxygen, so...
But the aliens aren't on the moon.
On different planets, there's oxygen.
Could be. We don't know that. We don't know. How do we know that? Do not base it on The Mandalorian, because that's a TV show.
I'm definitely not basing it on Mandalorian. Can I have my PC?
No, you can't have your PC. Do you want to tell everyone why you're not going to have your PC today? Go on, tell everyone.
I got 9 crosses at school.
He got 9 crosses today. So basically, he has a grid, and based on behaviour for listening, putting your hands up, and paying it, and not shuffling around.
Not being silly.
Yeah. He gets a tick or a cross, and if the teacher puts a cross, it's a cross. So out of 9, you got 9 crosses today.
I've just planned out a bowling alley.
I know you have.
This is what my bowling alley is going to look like.
It is for you to prove tomorrow that you're going to get 6 ticks. You get 6 ticks, you get it.
But I need to do it.
Nope. Raheem? The whole world is watching right now.
The whole world.
The whole world.
The whole world.
I got the whole world watching now. No, you're not.
Right,
Nope.
You know where it says up there?
Yeah. But I know that's not the whole world, but...
Let's do one of those. Let's do one of those. How many people do you think is on?
No, but I can see how many are on here. Look. So right now there's 27 right now watching. Okay, 27 watching. I've just noticed on the poll, though, that like nearly 2/3 like to have organised desks. I like organised desks. I don't like it to be too messy. Raheem, on the other hand, is proper like messy, right? He's proper. Do you know something, Simon? Every time there's a planet on Mandalorian, do you know what he says? Is that Earth? I go, no, it's not Earth. They go to another planet. Is that Earth? I go, no, it's not Earth. I got him to watch like the beginning of Avatar, the first one, when it shows Pandora and you got the planet. Is that Earth? I go, no. He goes, that looks like Earth. I go, it's not Earth. Okay, it is not Earth. That is not Earth. Earth, it's not Earth. You know, technically, he's not wrong though, is he? So like, if you showed him Tatooine, is that Earth? And you go, no, it's Tatooine. Technically, it is Earth because it's Tunisia. And it was filmed in Tunisia. And it's filmed on Earth or a studio. So technically, he is right. Right? You know, if you're going to get really like blasé about like, is that Earth? You're going to go, well, you know, it's not really Earth, but it is. Harish, how are you getting on with your checks? Just reaching back out to Harish. By the way, I'm only going to be live for 2 more minutes. Please don't forget our super course went live today. Basically, what I mean is, if you buy it, you're now in it. Okay, it's now in. He's gone round there. He's playing with my weights machine or something, and I've told him not to, but he always does. He's gone round there. Raheem, you know you're wasting paper when you just skip pages like that. Look at this. He really leaves pages blank in this book. Anyway, Class M Planet. I like that, Michael. Class M Planet. Very, very good. Raheem, come here and show everyone what you're doing. Look what he's doing, and I don't like it when he does this, right? Come here, show them what you're doing. Don't drop it on your toe. It's 5 kilograms. I know I'm going to get in a lot of trouble, right? Put that away. Do not drop it. Put it away gently, okay? Put it away. What was I saying? Yeah, well, I'll be off in a minute, actually. Mainly because I want to go eat. I've got a client who needs some SEO stuff done, and I want to try and get them done today, bit of tomorrow, clear that job out, and then focus on some other stuff. And obviously, with I have used Mapbox, by the way, Antonio. Mapbox is actually okay. Hold on, Mapbox. Yeah, Mapbox. Yeah, it's okay. Hey, Nick, I'm actually about to go off, Nick. I'm about to go off in like literally a minute. But like I said, if you do sign up for the new super course, it's now open. Once you pay, you are in. You get to look at the content, the guides, and everything else that we've put in there.
What's super course?
The super course on how people can start a web design business.
Nice.
Yeah, I know, it's nice, isn't it? Yeah, very tasty. Lickety lips. Right, okay, everyone, I'm going to say goodbye now. Raheem, do you want to say goodbye?
Goodbye.
Antonio, why don't you post... by the way, Antonio, why don't you post it in the Facebook group? Post it in the Facebook group. Go and post it there. Right, I'm about to log off now, right?
Where does the money go to when you pay?
Where do you think the money goes? It goes to pay for your food.
It doesn't. It goes to you.
Yes, I know it goes to me, but it goes... Look, we're having the same conversation now about is the planet Earth. The money goes to me, into the business. We got to pay taxes, and then out of that, whatever tiny bit is left goes to pay for your food.
Wait, I need a ransom.
And your toilet paper. And the cotton buds for your ears.
That's what I wrote.
Right, everyone, I'm going to go. Take care, right? See you all soon tomorrow. AXA, future of WordPress. WordPress is here to stay, AXA. It's been around 20 years. It's going to be here a lot longer. I don't know what he's drawing there. It's going to be around here a lot longer. And hundreds of thousands of developers, millions of developers, millions of websites. There's tons of plugins. It's always going to be here, all right? Okay, look, everyone.
I wrote dough. I wrote dough on it. Bye, everyone.
I'm trying to steer him out of the shot. All right, take care, everyone. See you later. Bye.